Please remember to like, subscribe and comment, as we love to hear back from our viewers. Also, if you enjoy our videos, please consider becoming a patron of our show through Patreon and or GoFundMe. Links are listed below the video in the description. From the deepest, darkest recesses of Dangerous Nerds headquarters, Keith Moncrief and Gerry Kissell.
Hey guys, another episode of Pop Culture Minefield with Keith
and Gerry.
And we're here to talk about nerd stuff because we're nerdy nerds. I'm also a fatty fat. I'm a fatty fat nerdy nerd.
You know, in our last episode, we had talked about all of these movies coming from CinemaCon.
Yep.
And I remember saying to you, you know, I didn't expect a lot of those announcements. A lot of those films that they were coming up with, I just didn't expect. Cats. I mean, after all these years, Cats. And then, you know, thinking about it, The Man Who Would Be King came to mind. If you were to remake that, who would you cast?
And definitely right off the bat, Gerard Butler would be perfect for the Sean Connery role.
And then Jason Statham.
Yeah, as the Kane role, Cockney and Scottish.
Yeah.
And who would play Rudyard, though? Because, like, in the original one, it was Christopher Plummer.
Mm-hmm.
Who's a good Christopher Plummer-like actor that could pull off?
Jude Law.
Jude Law. That's Rudyard Kipling. I'd pay money to go see that movie. I'd pay money, good money.
Yeah.
Hard-earned money to go see that movie.
For all you young kids out there, check that movie out, The Man Who Would Be King.
Yes, it's based on a Rudyard Kipling story, and it has Rudyard Kipling as a character in it. Because we get to meet these two characters who he meets, and he tells their story.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a tragic story.
Yes.
But it's high adventure.
Oh, see, that's the thing about it. With modern film techniques, to make that movie today would be awesome. They could do an incredible job with that.
I concur. So what else we got in the pipe there?
Basically, there have been some developments. They just dropped some new images from the upcoming Terminator film. It is called Terminator Dark Fate. And
it's ignoring all of the other films. It takes place in the same universe as T2.
Yeah.
And it takes place after T2.
Yes.
All the other films, I saw an interview with her today,
mm-hmm.
and she just basically completely disrespected all of the other Terminator films and said, no, only T2 and T1 count. And I'm like, there you go, Sarah Connor.
This looks like it's going to be a really, really good movie. I mean,
I hope so, because those early photos they were releasing were kind of a turnoff. It's just like, what is this? What are you telling me?
Well, James Cameron is producing, mainly because, you know, he would direct, but he's kind of busy with all the Avatar movies. So the director that they have is Tim Miller, who is the director of Deadpool and was part of.
Yeah, because you and I talked about this before. Because it was sad to see him step away from Deadpool 2.
Yeah,
and like you said, there was a valid argument on both his and Ryan's part.
Yeah,
as to their separation.
Yeah, Tim just thought that it was easier that if you're going to make a sequel, to try to keep the budget as small as they originally had it for the first film. Because that first movie was done for $67 million. And I think Tim's point was, you shouldn't try to go too far with that. Because the moment you decide to make a movie for over $100 million...
You invite the studio in to interfere with your crap. And which we know, Warner Brothers does it like crazy. They have ruined every film outside of Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Every other film they have completely destroyed. and Shazam, because now I've seen that. He has not. I don't want to rub it in, but it was awesome, and he doesn't know yet.
What?
It'll be this weekend. We need to go see that this weekend. The women, we shall take our women and go see.
In fact, you should go too. All of you should go.
This is a great film. It is fun. I'm so glad Warner is letting these directors have some fun and let the characters be fun again. Don't get me wrong, I like Zack Snyder, but Zack Snyder is kind of a dark dude.
Yeah.
And with his recent comments about Batman, just shows how dark this guy is. And he should stick to doing dark characters.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever let him do comedy. Zack doesn't understand comedy. And I like his dark stuff. So this new Shazam's really good. And going back to Terminator with the director, I like that he stepped into the role instead of Cameron.
Yeah.
But Cameron is still backseat driving. I guarantee it. Mm-hmm. Because he's like Spielberg and Lucas. He'll go, yeah, I'm going to give you some rope to hang yourself with, but then he's like right there to make sure you never hang yourself because he's got a lot invested into it. His name, and he's wanting to take a film franchise that got derailed after the lawsuits that took place in the 80s, going into the 90s. And it's why we didn't see Cameron return. All those problems they were having. And it sucks. And now we finally get him back, the visionary who brought us the original films. And we're going to get to see some more Terminator with the way he sees things. And that's why I was watching a video today where they were talking about seeing it. And the guy says it's clear when you watch this that this is the same universe of Terminator 2.
Yeah. Everything
feels the same. It feels familiar. It doesn't have the feel of some other director trying to tell the story and has it feel and look like something completely different.
Yeah.
This feels like a Terminator film. And I'm like, that excites me. So, yay, us. So, we're going to get to see Terminator.
Everybody wins.
Everybody.
Now, the other big news today has been Netflix announcing a live-action Cowboy Bebop movie.
I saw the casting of Cho.
Yes.
Which,
he's
culturally, I don't believe in that cultural appropriation crap. But I've always seen that as a Japanese character. But you know what? They've had Chinese actors play Japanese characters and Japanese actors play Chinese characters. I get it. It just shut up, Gary. Just shut up. Cho, I think, is a good choice for it as an actor.
He'll play Spike Spiegel. And Mustafa Shakar, who many may recognize from the second season of Luke Cage.
In case, I'm going to go throw a little graphic right here, or just I'm going to fill the screen right now. And we're back.
And Danella Pineda. Pineda.
Ooh, she's pretty. Let's fill the screen with her face. And we're back.
And Alex Hassel. Now, they've all been cast.
I'm not going to show his face. You can look it up. Google it yourself.
And basically, John Cho will play the lead, Spike Spiegel. And, of course, you're going to have, Shakar will play Jet Black. And Pineda will play Faye Valentine.
Nice.
Yeah. And then Hassel will play Vicious.
There you go. I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the casting on this. I think it'll be interesting. I'm a fan of the anime. So, all anime. Not just that show. I love Japanese anime. What? Since the 1960s.
They have.
And I got a little peeve to pick here.
Just
it's a little pet
peeve.
Okay. Not just it's not a big peeve, it's a pet peeve.
Okay.
And it's with sci-fi, SYFY, and their stupid article on how that G-Force was the introduction for American audiences to anime. That was like 1979. Okay? We had been initiated with Japanese anime since the 60s, like 65.
Yeah.
And we had shows like Robot Boy, or Astro Boy, I'm sorry, Astro Boy.
Kimba.
Kimba the White Line. Oh my God.
Speed
Almost
Racer.
every friend I have was a fan of Kimba.
Yeah.
Speed
Racer.
Speed Racer. Everybody loved it. So popular, the Wachowski siblings made their movie. What are you talking about, G-Force? G-Force didn't come out. Now, it was originally Space Ninja. I can't remember the title of the show when it was in Japan. But it was made like around 74 and then was released in the U.S. by Sandy, what's his name? I just forgot his last name. Who was really big on trying to bring Japanese anime to America. Mm-hmm. And he brought it to America and he changed the title. And initially it was called something else. And then it became G-Force right around 1980. And, well, G-Force was what they were called within the show. But then the show was renamed to G-Force. Mm-hmm. But sci-fi just gets their facts wrong all the time. And they annoy me. I'm like, do you actually have any nerds on staff there? Or just people that half-ass Google things? And go, oh, I saw something. I'm just going to go ahead and write about it. I pretend I know what I'm talking about. I'm going to blur this out, but Sci-Fi Channel and your stupid publication.
I should have just called it Gotcha Man and gone with that.
That's it, Gotcha Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gotcha Man. That was even, good stuff.
I mean, you know, Gotcha Man, Battle of the Planets.
And Gotcha Man meant Space Ninja, as I recall.
Yeah.
Or Space Ninjas.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. So anyway, I derailed it slightly. Now let's get back on track.
A little bit of a derail, but it was also good. It was also really good.
It's Gary ranting about stupid stuff.
Well, no. I mean, that's pretty much all I have for right now. So we've reached the end of the episode.
Well, we can talk about what we're going to talk about on Saturday, which is stupid because this is Monday.
Oops.
I just pulled a Craig Ferguson because he would tape and record. Is that a sync with what was going on? It was
and
funny.
Take two.
Anyway, we've gone long enough. I think we've talked about enough stuff here.
Yes.
So we'll have more interesting things to talk about for the next episode. But this is Pop Culture Minefield with Keith.
And Gary.
And we're done talking nerd stuff. So y'all, get out of here. Go home. Go do something. But come back again, y'all.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye. Bye. Can we stop now?
Y'all come back now, you hear?
This is Chuck Dixon speaking to you from the control tower. It was a real kick to return to a series that I wrote 30 years ago, but even more fun is returning to an interrupted storyline that I was writing 30 years ago. Longtime Airboy fans can finally find out what happened next. Join us, support us, and keep them flying. Over and out.